Birdman here. Alright guys, so I went to Brooklyn today, back home. Went to see mom. And I went to see my old fruit market. It wasn't three guys from Brooklyn, it was three brothers once upon a time. But it's the same place. I picked up a bunch of fruit. You can't go to Brooklyn without buying bread. We got ciabatta bread, semolina bread, long. I found my old baseball bat in the garage. Some of you have heard me write about this bat and speak about this bat. Some of you may have felt the pain from the receiving end of the beating of this bat. You've heard me talk about my 32 aluminum. There it is. Made in the United States of America, of course. It's authentic, kid. Look at the aging on it. Come and fuck with me, I dare you. But I also found something else in the garage. I remember this all my life. I cut to the chase and I'm going to tell you a story. I found this in the garage also. Dirty. Hasn't been touched in years. Full tang. It's my father's. He kept this knife next to the piece of wood on the side of the garage where the button was to close the garage. He kept it wedged in between the wood and the cinder block wall. I was in the garage today, and when I glanced over, because I had always inspect, everything. I noticed things. That's just the way I am. The knife wasn't there, and for a second I thought I was going to have to burn down all of New York to find it. So I glanced over and I see it on a box. Somebody had moved my father's knife. So I picked it up, and thank God that I wouldn't have to fucking burn all of New York down. And I never wanted to remove it from there. I wanted it to be there. But because someone moved it and they didn't put it back, and I don't mind you to use it, but you didn't put it back. This knife, like I told you, was kept in between the board and the cinder block wall that had the garage opening and closing button on it. And right behind it, so if this was in the wood this way, right behind it was an ice pick. The ice pick is still there. Nobody moved it. But as soon as somebody moves that ice pick and I peep it, I will vacate the ice pick also. I was real young, probably like 7 or 8. There was a leather sheath to this knife. Lost or deteriorated through the years, God knows. However, this knife got my father and one of my uncles in a lot of fucking trouble in the state of Connecticut. They were swimming at a beach, and the beach had a jetty. And they swam out to the jetty, and my father had this knife. And they discovered that at the jetty there was oysters and mussels. So they dug them up off the jetty and they brought them back to shore. And they were cracking them open with this knife. Lo and behold, DEC pulls up on the beach and writes them a summons that had to go to court. My old man and my uncle. And had to go to court. And in the end, the fines were like $2,000 a piece. And my father cursed the day that he ever saw what Connecticut looked like. And I'd like you to know that he never ever stepped foot in Connecticut again. That's how pissed off he was. But that's the story of the old man's knife. I grabbed my mom when I saw it was moved. I said, Mom, I'd like to have this knife. And she says, yes, take the knife. She didn't even hesitate. Didn't think about it, nothing. I won't ask her why she didn't hesitate. My mom is a smart woman. And if she saw it being moved by the person who moved it and figured out that there was something going on that pissed me off, she knew that here with me, the knife would be safe. Because I'm liable to plunge this in the throat of the person who fucking moved it. Again, not because they moved it and used it, but because they didn't put it back. Anyway, that's my trip to Brooklyn today. I got my fruit. I got my baseball bat. I got my bread. And I got the old man's knife that I'm going to wash. Get some of the dirt off of it. This is like some kind of sticky shit. The fuck this is. This tar or silicone or some shit. I'll get it off. Yeah, see, it's coming off. And I'm going to put it with the rest of the knives. Anyway, that's what it is. The Birdman says good morning. Bye, 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 bye.